Hello, my name is Chris, and welcome to my 16mm film project. My grandfather, Joseph Bartley, owned a construction company known for their brickwork, and I'm guessing it was successful enough for him to afford a nice boat and to do quite a bit of world traveling back in the 1950s, as you will see in the films. I had never met my grandfather, as he had passed away before I was born, so it was nice to get to know him through his films. My sister somehow came into possession of the films in the 70s. I believe she may have gotten them from our Aunt Margie, who is the oldest of the four siblings. The films had been stored in a cardboard box that found its way up into the attic of her ranch house in Massapequa, Long Island. The films then came into my possession in 1987 when I bought my sister's house. So these films from the 50s, some in cans and some exposed to the elements in an old cardboard box, set up in that attic for around 35 years through all those cold winters and hot summers. When I moved to Florida in 2010, I packed them up with me. It was always my intention to get them digitized, but there was the prohibitive cost factor. Plus, I figured with the growing digital technology, converting them would get cheaper as time went on. But it never really seemed to get a whole lot cheaper. Scanning 8mm film had become very affordable, but they were still charging a premium for 16mm film. So scanning close to 6,400 feet of 16mm film wouldn't be cheap. Even at a bargain rate of 30 cents a foot, that works out to just over $1,900. And this investment would be without even knowing what was on them, a very risky investment. Thus, once again, they sat for another 16 years in the same cardboard box. Then about a year ago, I took them all out of the canisters and put them in a new clean plastic tote while moving my things to my new storage unit. Seeing how, once again, that they were on my mind, I started checking Facebook Marketplace, and after a few weeks I came up with a 16mm movie projector for $300 marked down to $200 off a trade. I had some new Harbor Freight Apache storage boxes worth about $200 collecting dust, so we made the trade, and now I could finally see what was on the films. Now understand, these films were not professionally digitized. Rather, I projected them on a custom-made screen, recorded them digitally with my video camera, then brought them into a video editor where I added the music and some sound effects, because these were all 16mm silent films. I don't want to bore anyone with the technical aspects of my project, but if you would like more information on how I did it, you can leave me comments or send me an email. Just for some basic references, this is my grandfather Joseph and my grandmother Elizabeth. They had 4 children. Marjorie being the oldest, then twin boys, Joe Jr. and Bernard, then my mom, Joe and Elizabeth. It seems my grandparents liked to travel to exotic places, and they loved their boat, and whenever my grandfather saw a construction site anywhere in the world, he would film it. If you are a 16mm film collector and or an archivist, and you have any questions and interest in these films, you can email me at kristensen58@gmail.com. I hope that you enjoy this journey back in time as much as I did.